Hi my loves, Rachel here with the Cackling Moon. We are going to be doing the weekly energy pick a pile reading. Before we get started, I want to show you the decks that I'll be using for this reading. For the tarot decks, we're going to be using the Trippin Waite Tarot. It's at the very bottom. The Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Magical Messages of the Faeries, the Starseed Oracle, the Black Moon Astrology cards, the Imperial Dragon Oracle, the Sacred Destiny Oracle, the Angel Tarot, I knew I was missing one, and the Spirit Animal Oracle. So if you guys are interested in seeing what the energy of the week ahead is going to look like, please grab yourself something to drink, something to munch on, get your notebook if you want to take some notes, get comfortable, and let's get to it. Okay, you guys, so I want to go ahead and start Sacred Space. I'm going to go ahead and light my Sacred Space candle. So those of you guys who are tuning in, I invite you to light your candle of your own if you'd like. Get yourself some incense, some sage, some Palo Santo, whatever you guys like to use to cleanse your space. If you don't want to use a smoke cleanse, you can also use a mist. You can spray as well. So I have both. But basically with this candle lit, I am sending the intention for all of us who are watching this that we receive the messages that we need to hear, and just kind of setting the space and the tone for a beautiful, positive, uplifting week ahead. The word that came to mind while I was choosing the cards for this reading is clarity. So I feel like a lot of us are seeking answers. A lot of us are seeking more in-depth details concerning stuff that's coming up for us. So may we all receive what it is that we need to hear at this time. Cleanse the decks. I have all of the piles here. Let me just cleanse them all in one lump sum. Beautiful. Okay. So I'll let my sage simmer out. You guys will probably see the smoke coming up on the screen. All right. I have my candle off to the side over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into talking about the piles, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the camera down to the table. Okay, you guys, so here on the table, I have the 3 piles. This is pile number 1, 2, and 3. What I want you guys to do is to take a close look at the piles, and I want you to kind of intuitively feel which one draws your attention. I went with clarity today. So while I was picking the decks, I heard clarity, and I feel like the clarity of receiving answers or details to things that we're each going through, receiving clarity for just the week ahead, or just to feel a little bit more clear, having a clearer message for some of us. That's what we're needing. So I went with clear quartz. Pile number 1 has a gorgeous clear quartz heart. This one is, I'm pulling for clarity on love. Okay, so those of you guys who are watching this, if you're needing clarity on love, on your relationships, maybe love for other people, love for self-love, or connection with family and friends, this may be the pile for you guys with the clear quartz heart. So go ahead and have a look and see if that pile feels right for you guys. Pile number 2, I chose a wand, a clear quartz wand. The wand is really, really good for direction. So this pile is for clarity on direction, needing direction for a choice, direction for a path to take, direction for maybe you are thinking of trying a new activity, a new project, a new course of study, a new job. Maybe you're looking to apply for a different job once this whole chaos is over. So I feel like the clear quartz wand would be perfect for that. And this is the pile for clarity on direction. Pile number 3, I have a clear quartz cluster. And there's one large one, as you can see, and then there's a lot of little babies, and like it almost looks like a whole community, a family of clear quartz. This one I'm using for clarity on integrity. I really felt called for it. I feel like the main clear quartz is standing tall against all of the others, and the other ones as a community look up to this person. So I feel like for those of you who feel called to this crystal, are looking for more truth in your life. You're looking for a message of honesty. You're looking for a message of just, maybe you're just needing to hear something important, and hear something that would be vital for you in your path, and you're just looking for kind of like one of those no nonsense, no sugar coated kind of a reading. So that's going to be pile number 3. So go ahead and have a look at the piles, see which one you feel drawn to, and then go ahead and check the description box or the comments. I will be placing the timestamps there so you can go ahead and fast forward to whichever pile reading you want to go with. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, you went with the clear quartz heart, looking for clarity on love, self-love, relationships, friendships, your connection to people, family, friends, your relationships, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started with pile number 1. I always do the tarot cards last, so let's look at the oracle messages first. You guys have koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. Oh, facing me. Let's see. We have 9th house, faith. 9th house, faith. A new earth. It is happening. Keep holding the vision. Change. This feels like change to me. Something different, there's movement happening with this relationship, or this love bond, or this love connection, or your heart chakra. Lunar dragon is coming up. I also love that it is, I believe this is more of a eclipse, but it also could be a new moon. So I love that because we actually are having a new moon this week on the 22nd, which I believe is Wednesday. Abundance. So new things, growth, excitement, fertility. And we have debts paid off. The old weight and habit of debt is lifted from you and your life. So this is freedom, you guys. That I'm seeing a theme here with the new moon energy, the newness, the new earth. I'm seeing having faith in the relationship, or having faith that everything is going to go as planned. I see the koala spirit saying spirit has a plan for you. So there is going to be, good things coming with the abundance card this week. That those of you guys who don't have much faith in your relationships right now, or in a situation that you were in with a friend, or with yourself, self-love and whatnot. Maybe you're struggling a little bit. These cards are indicating something new is on the way. There's going to be change on the way. The lunar dragon, I feel, is definitely indicating to that new moon energy. It's interesting because we have Pisces up in the corner, and we are actually, as I'm filming this, we have a moon in Pisces, and that moon is going to be in Pisces, I believe, until the 21st. I could be wrong, but I believe it's the 21st, and then I believe we're going to have a new moon in Aries. But it's really, it's kind of funny how that works. So I definitely feel like this week for my pile number ones, I really want you guys to focus on bringing in abundance, but also letting go of fear, letting go of fears of this relationship, letting go of fears of your own self, fears with these a certain someone in your life, or letting go of those heavy energies. I'm seeing like a lot of weight being lifted off the heart chakra. I feel like the debt being paid off is not just a financial thing. I also feel like there's love debts. Some of you guys are really holding on to the past, and maybe that's why you felt so drawn to the clarity of the heart. Okay. I also feel like having faith, reinstilling that faith and that hope in love. For some of you are maybe starting to get back into the groove of dating, reinstating that faith in your relationship or in yourself too. Okay. Let's see what the tarot cards say. So we have the Seven of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Wow. Lots of heavy thought, thinking, the mind, communication energy coming up with these tarot cards. Some of you guys are dealing with a King of Swords energy right now. Some of you guys might be caught up in a relationship where you feel like you don't have the power or the voice. Okay. Some of you guys could be caught up in a relationship or an entanglement of lies. I see that with the Seven of Swords. Really interesting. That's very, very heavy energy for some of you in relationships. The Knight of Swords at the core to me is making me feel like some of you guys are thinking about leaving. Some of you guys are thinking about leaving the relationship. Maybe there is just something that is no longer fulfilling you. Okay, so some of you guys are planning that exit because I feel like the Knight of Swords is facing that Seven of Swords, and some of you are just tired of feeling like you're being strung along, that this person, this individual is not being 100% truthful with you. The other tarot cards, we have the Five. This is, bear with me, what deck is this? The Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I'm not as familiar with the signs, but this is Five of Earth or Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles is, again, paying the debts. Okay, that is being in a challenging situation right now. Then we also have the Four of Earth or the Four of Pentacles. And I see this as like he's holding it up. He is trying to hold the structure up. He's trying to hold it together. So some of you guys who pulled for pile number one are definitely trying to stay in control, or as much control as you can, holding this relationship together or this friendship together. But I feel like a lot of you guys are getting close to you're just at that breaking point, where you're just like, I don't know if I can do this much longer. So I do feel that coincided with the new moon energy that I'm seeing. I feel like maybe you're going to be pulled in a direction of release by Wednesday, okay? Because this is a weekly energy reading. So I feel like by Wednesday, some of you guys might actually just feel that break and it's just like, I can't hold on any longer. And there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. I want you guys to make sure that you're paying attention to your health and you're paying attention to your well-being. And if you do not feel comfortable in this relationship, I want you guys to, do what's best for you, okay? Then the last three tarot cards we have are very, very different energy here. So we have Empress energy, Archangel Gabriel. Empress is fertility and abundance. Empress is creation, it's rebirth, okay? So towards the end of the week, I'm seeing this Empress card is indicating rebirth and fertility. It's kind of like when some of you guys are letting go, you're going to be able to breathe again, okay? The Sun is also coming up, which is joy. This is joy and inner happiness. This is optimism, being optimistic by the end of the week. So you guys are going to start off the week pretty heavy. Midweek, some of you guys are going to be out. Some of you guys are going to cut things loose. You're going to cut ties. You're going to shed and release. Some of you guys who may not necessarily be doing that, by the new moon, you're going to feel kind of like a weight lifted off of you. Those debts being paid off, okay? And then we have the Four of Fire, or the Four of Wands, which is stability, and it is success. It is feeling grounded. It is feeling like you are supported and stable. So you guys are definitely going through a roller coaster, it feels, of emotions and experiences this week. But I also feel like towards the end of the week, things are going to get gradually better for you guys. So I know this may not resonate with everybody, as not everybody is going to be releasing a loved one or a friendship. But those of you who chose this pile, may you receive the messages that you needed to hear. And I hope that this helps you make the right decisions for you, and always consider your health and well-being first. I know it sounds very, very selfish, but it isn't when you're considering your health and well-being before others. So may you guys have a beautiful week. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week for next week's weekly energy pile. Bye, my loves. Hello, pile number 2. So pile number 2, if you chose this pile, you are looking for clarity and direction, okay? Clarity and direction of where you want to take the next step. Some of you guys are in a decision-making mode right now, so this might be the pile where you're hoping to get some clarity on what to do. Some of you guys are looking for direction in your personal spiritual path. Some of you are looking for direction simply just because you feel lost, okay? So may this reading give you the messages that you were looking for. So we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 2. As always, I like to start with the oracle cards first, so I'm going to go ahead and put the tarot aside, and let's begin. We have the Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. Tend to the small things. We have Moon, the Soul. Lots of moon energy. The last pile, same thing. Beautiful. Earthed, learning to be human in the world, but not of it. Learning to be human in the world, but not of the world. Really powerful message there. Love. Got the Love with the dragon. That is in the sign of Gemini. Going forward. Wow. Now, if that's not an answer for a direction. And you have emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Okay. So some of you guys, I'm seeing, again, with the energy I told the last pile, we are going to be having a new moon. I believe it's going to be in Aries, but I could be wrong. It could still be the tail end of Pisces. But there will be a new moon on Wednesday, the 22nd. So this new moon is definitely about, new moons in general are about new beginnings and release, getting rid of the old and allowing newness inside. It's a new path. It could be a new relationship blooming. It could be a new job. A lot of new things taking place around the new moon. Or it could just be that energy exchange of feeling whole again, feeling new. So I'm seeing with the Mouse Spirit, tending to the small things. Some of you guys are being guided in a direction of paying attention to the little details this week, okay? Don't worry yourself so much of the bigger details, the bigger things. Those things, they will get tended to, but I feel like I'm kind of hearing some of you guys need to reprioritize. Some of you guys need to limit how much you do and how much you take in on a daily basis, because some of you are overloading yourselves. I'm seeing Earthed. Learn how to be human in the world, but not of it, is simply learning that you are normal. You are human, right? You're a human being who has limitations. You're a human being who has weaknesses. And sometimes you can't be strong 100% all of the time, 24/7, right? So I feel like this is kind of like you guys recognizing that even if you feel like this, I'm a spiritual being and I'm like, I have like these intuitive gifts, because I feel like a lot of you guys who watch my channel are intuitives, or you are readers of yourselves. And you know, a lot of times we can get so caught up in that kind of world, that realm, that we realize later on, oh my gosh, I'm just an average person just like everybody else. I have to still do laundry. I have to still wash the dishes that are piling up in the sink. I still have to do this and this and this. And so I really feel Earth card is kind of telling you guys to be a little bit more grounded this week, especially those of you who like to live in the higher chakras. This week really being more focused on Earth energy. So I see that too. Going forward is a simple direction. This is a simple answer for some of you guys who are seeking clarity and direction. Going forward to me is moving forward on the path that you're currently on. Okay, so that may answer some of you guys who are asking. I also am seeing this as green or a green light. So I see a lot of green in the reading. There's green here. We have green with the moon. And I really feel like green also with earth energy. So to me, that's a green light for some of you who are watching, looking for clarity of should I do this or should I not? I feel like that is saying, yes, proceed, go forward. I'm also seeing this card as a message of some of you guys needing to be reminded to keep aiming towards the future. Okay, no more sticking in the past, no more worrying about the past details and all of that. I really want you guys to kind of proceed towards the future. We have love coming up. So this is Gemini. This could be some of my Geminis could be dealing with some love and emotional things as well, because we have emotional healing. So that could be a very specific message for some of you guys who are watching. If you are a Gemini and you're going through emotional healing, the direction for you guys is to forgive, I feel. The direction for you guys is to proceed with healing, okay? Proceed with closure, proceed with, moving on. I also feel like emotional healing is also bringing the message of simply a clarity on a direction to move is personal healing, right? Emotional healing is personal healing. You are making things better for yourselves. No more sticking around to kind of hash out continuously the same things over and over again. Okay, so let's look at the tarot cards. I pulled 3 different tarots, so I'm aiming it as the beginning, middle, and end of the week. So let's see what we're starting off with. So we have the 5 of Swords. It's a lot of like kind of finding out someone's talking behind your back kind of energy. We have the 4 of Swords. Wow, there's a lot of Swords cards coming up for the first half of the week for you guys. And then we have the 3 of Wands. So I'm kind of seeing this as the beginning of the week. Some of you guys may have discovered that, someone wasn't being as truthful to you. Maybe some of you guys are feeling like someone's being a little bit two-faced around you. But your mode of action is to really enter the week very nonchalant. You don't want to give off too much energy that someone's being a little bit, two-faced with you. You really don't want to start your week off with a bang. I feel like this card is indicating go into it very kind of relaxed, because that's going to surprise this person. I feel like this person is definitely going to be thinking that they're getting the better of you. Now, some of you guys, this may not resonate because there might not be a person that's making you feel this way. This could simply going into the week non-aggressively, okay? And then the direction here with the 3 of Wands is definitely telling me some of you guys are looking to escape. Some of you guys are looking to go off away for some time, maybe by the end of the week, or planning a vacation once all of this stuff goes back to normal, right? I also feel like some of you guys are feeling a little bit left behind. Maybe you're seeing on social media some of your friends and family are already kind of starting to get back to normalization, and you're not. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're being safe and you're taking care of yourself. But I feel like some of you guys are feeling a little bit left behind. Don't let that urge you to make, not so smart decisions. Okay, you guys, be very mindful. We have the 4 of Water or the 4 of Cups coming up towards the middle of the week. And you also have the 2 of Cups coming up. So again, if this is a person that we're dealing with, a sense of direction is communication, okay? If you feel like somebody is kind of not being 100% truthful with you, communication is going to be the best thing. I also see for some of you guys with that Four of Cups, taking a better, closer look at self. Okay, a lot of times we think someone is being judgmental or two-faced or whatnot, and usually if you're feeling that way, like if you trust your intuition enough, you usually are going to be correct. But I feel like this card is indicating also sometimes we have to take a closer look at ourselves. Are we being, you know, paranoid? Are we creating that energy, or you know, or is it really legit? I also kind of see a lot of connections being made by the middle of the week with that Two of Cups. Some of this can be romantic. Some of this can simply be having one-on-one conversations, having a meaningful conversation with somebody. This could be phone calls being made, especially if some of you guys are seeking direction for something new. So if you are, you know, putting out your applications for jobs, because whatever you have right now isn't fulfilling you at the moment, there could be some callbacks or some emails at least to kind of start to feel like you're getting the ball rolling, okay? Let's see what the end of the week. What does the end of the week look like? So we have the 10 of Fire, the 10 of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, and the Ace of Fire. Wow, lots of beautiful, the Ace of Air, Ace of Swords. So beautiful, beautiful week to end for you guys for pile 2. You guys will be ending it feeling maybe like there's a lot to, there's going to be a lot on your shoulders towards the end of the week. Some of you guys might be ending the week really busy. Some of you guys might be like starting it off slow, and then by the end of the week, you're going to have a lot of things, you know, piled up. Job offerings or things, responsibilities that you got to take on, little things that you're going to collect on the way as the week progresses. Nothing too major though, I don't feel. But the Queen of Fire tells me there's a full-blown control and passion that you're going to be ending this week with. You guys are going to feel so much better. And actually, if you're looking for direction on a situation, if you start off the week, like I said, really nonchalant, really like non-aggressive, you will definitely be ending the week aggressive in a positive way. So sometimes it's going to be better to be patient, okay? And then the Ace of Air, the Ace of Swords is the card of truth, the card of conversation, the card of communication and new ideas. So again, a very powerful way to end the week for you guys. Hopefully you will seek the answers that you need, that the things that you need to hear will make themselves known to you. I feel like there's a lot of waiting still for some of you guys searching for direction. Some of you guys towards the end of the week will probably find the answer, but not everybody, okay? So do and take what you can from the week, you guys, but don't put so much pressure on yourselves. It's really one of those things where it's like one step at a time, and don't allow your impulses to make you make wrong or, what is that? What am I looking like? A rushed decision. You know how sometimes we make impulsive decisions and then later on we're like, wow, that was such a waste of time. I feel like some of you guys need to hear that. Like, be careful with acting impulsively. I feel like that's why the Four of Swords is just jumping out at me, is like, enter the week very, very calm and little to no expectations, even if you feel like someone's pissing you off. Okay, my pile number 2. So have a beautiful week, and I will see you guys here next week for next week's weekly pile reading. Bye, my loves. Hello, pile number 3. So pile number 3, if you chose this pile, you are looking for clarity on truth. You are maybe looking for a reading of just a lot of truth and not a lot of frou-frou, you know, sugar-coated messages. Maybe you guys are looking for something real tough. So that's kind of how I'm going to direct this reading. But also some of you are looking for truth. Maybe there's a question that you asked your guides and you're hoping to seek that answer here in the reading. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to also start off with the Oracle cards. So I'm going to put my tarot cards off to the side and let's begin. So we have the Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Wow, what a way to start clarity of truth, right? Sometimes life stings, you guys. And I feel like this is so, I feel like this came up one of the last weeks, one of the other ones I did. Not today's, but like last week's reading. So that's kind of funny. Sixth house, routine. This is your routine. The sixth house is your daily routines, your schedules, okay? We have lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You have done this before. So this is more of a familiar energy. You're using your experiences. The seeker. This is the sign of Pluto. No, that's not Pluto. This is Uranus. The seeker. Uranus energy is very curious and somewhat rebellious. Uranus energy likes to do things their way, not everyone else's way. Embracing. I feel like I just heard embracing the moment, living in the moment. And then we have winter. The answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. So we actually came out of winter. So this is not for at least another year. So some of you guys receiving clarity or truth may not find that complete answer or that complete, you know, like how sometimes when we go full circle with an experience, it takes time. Some people will see their answers right away. Some of you guys who pulled this pile for this week, you're not going to see the full turnaround for at least another year or through to the winter. So winter season starts in December, I believe. So it's going to take some time, you guys. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with the clarity of truth reading is a lot of you guys need to pay attention to your daily routines. I feel like that sixth house card is screaming at some of you guys are just getting lazy. Some of you guys are really not sticking with routine. Your typical schedules have been kind of, you know, everyone's schedules for the most part have been pretty wonky due to this quarantine stuff. But I feel like a lot of you guys are picking up bad habits. So if you pulled pile number 3 and you're dealing with you know you have some bad habits, you haven't been, you know, keeping up to your schedule. Maybe you're working from home, but you're still kind of slacking off a little bit. The sixth house is coming up. This is a week to kind of get yourselves back in line, get yourselves back in order. Okay. Some of you guys need to hear the message of the wasp, of hearing that sometimes life stings. Sometimes life is shit, you guys. Sometimes your day is going to be shit. Sometimes your whole week is going to be shit. And I feel like some of you guys just have to hear it. Sometimes it's just not everything is perfect. Okay. Hardly ever anything is perfect. But sometimes things are just they're not going to go the way we want it to. And that's part of life. And I feel like some of you guys, this is a reality check. Maybe some of you guys are very privileged in a way where, you know, you don't have to struggle as hard as other people and whatnot. So I feel like sometimes when you find yourself in a challenging moment, you realize, holy crap, you know, this sucks. But yeah, try doing it all the time. Some people deal with that shitty moment all the time. So I feel like some of you guys are going to have maybe a reality check this week too. Lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You have done this before. I feel like maybe this is an indication for this week. That there's going to be some situations or some choices that you'll have to make this week where you're going to be reminded that you've done this, been there, done that, okay? So make wise decisions here. Choose wisely. Use your past experiences to help you make a better choice this next time around, okay? The seeker with the dragon, this is the Uranus energy. I feel like this card is some of you guys who pulled pile 3 are seeking, you're seeking truth also, but you're seeking excitement and change. You're seeking something new. Maybe you're bored with the same routine and that's why your routines is coming up. So some of you guys, it may not be needing to get back into routine, but it's actually to break the routine. So some of you guys are like so strict on your schedules and you're not allowing yourself to have fun. The seeker with the Uranus energy is actually telling you this week to kind of start breaking some of your routines and your strict schedules. So not everybody is going to resonate with that. Some of you guys are going to actually resonate with the need to be more strict and on schedule, but not all of you. Okay. The embracing card, I feel the embracing card is kind of like embrace the beauty, because I love that the crane is just looking out at this gorgeous landscape. It's peace, it's serenity. And so I feel like it's embracing the moment. That's what I heard when I first pulled the card. So embracing the moment and living in the now, okay? Instead of living in the future or living for the past. And then of course, like I said, with winter, I feel like that's just kind of a time frame that some of you guys are not going to see some of your clarity, some of your answers come full circle until at least a few more months to a year, okay? All right, let's look at the tarot cards. So the tarot cards I pulled from 3 different decks. I'm looking at them from the beginning, middle, and end of the week. So the beginning of the week, we have the 9 of Swords. Ooh, that's a rough one. Oh my God, the 8 of Swords. And the 7 of Cups. So this is a lot. This is a lot on someone's plate. Some of you guys have a lot going on. And I feel like some of you guys are really starting this week off stressed and tensed. You're feeling locked in, caged into your thoughts. To me, this is the energy of some of these people who are just so locked into a routine, and you're so locked into trying to get everything done in one day. Those are the people who need to seek a little bit of fun, okay? So I'm really seeing that for some of you guys are just like so focused and you're just so stuck in your headspace, but it's so much. It's a lot of energy right here. The 7 of Cups is indicating to me reprioritizing. I see it. Some of you guys are going to have to make some decisions this week, the beginning of the week coming up. What's more important to you? I feel like that's going to be another thing is like, you're going to have to pick and choose, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. I feel like some of you guys are just like, you're kind of floating around and you're trying to like, get what you want, but also get what you need. And at the same time, it's like, you can't have both, right? Sometimes you have to be in a sticky situation. Sometimes you have to be a little bit uncomfortable. And again, that goes with privilege. And I do feel like some of you guys who picked this pile come from a space of privilege, and myself included. I feel like I come from a space of privilege where, my situation, my living situation isn't as crazy as some people. Some people are going through a lot of shit right now, you guys. So I feel like some of us need a reality check. And that's what you're going to get exactly for the beginning of the week. Okay, so the next set of tarot cards we have, sorry, they're upside down. The 3 of Water, or the 3 of Cups. This is for the middle of the week. 3 of Cups. And then also the 5 of Cups. Wow, lots of Cups energy too. So 3 of Cups and 5 of Cups is indicating to me the middle of the week will be kind of, more emotional, more feeling, more being inside of yourselves. Some of you guys who are going through a reality check this week, you're really going to feel it hard by Wednesday-ish. Just a reminder too, because I told the other 2 piles, we have a new moon. I don't know if it's in Aries or if it's going to be at the tail end of Pisces, but we have a new moon on Wednesday, and new moons are really good for cleanses, release, new beginnings, newness, or starting over, okay? Second chances. So starting off the week pretty heavy energy. It's usually a lot of us, like a lot of you guys from the piles, are starting your week off pretty heavy. It's usually because that moon energy is it's sucking the life out of you guys. It's making you have to face your shadow with the new moon, okay? But I feel like with the 3 of Cups and the 5 of Cups is like, some of you guys are really going to get your shit handed to you. You're going to be getting a whole different perspective on your situation. It's a big reality check, but it's necessary. Okay. Then you're ending the week off with the 5 of Fire, or the 5 of Wands, 2 of Fire, or 2 of Wands, 3 of Earth, 3 of Pentacles. So, I see that is a lot of you guys, after you come out of this kind of emotional whirlwind of a moon on Wednesday, your end of the week is going to be a little bit more with humbleness. Some of you guys will be a little bit maybe argumentative, a little bit combative towards other people. It could be with the self, but that 2 of Fire is telling me you're going to come together, being able to work one-on-one or as a team with, whether this is your spouse, family members, or it's within yourself. And then the 3 of Earth is rebuilding and redesigning. Okay. So a situation that maybe is not going so great for you guys, having that new perspective, that new sense of humility within you for the week. Towards the end of the week, I feel you're going to be really inspired to kind of redirect that energy, to rebuild it or redesign your way of thinking, the way you perceive something in life, or a project that you're working on, or yourself, your body, whatever the case, it'll be different for everybody. But I feel like regardless, I don't think there's gonna be major, like, big crazy awakening things happening this week for you guys. I'm sensing more of some of you guys just need to be knocked on your ass to wake up. Okay, to wake up, you guys. It's not as bad as you think it is, or it could be a hell of a lot worse. Okay, I feel like that's a big theme here with some of you. So hopefully this resonates. I hope that it does. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for picking pile 3. May you receive the answers that you needed to hear, and I will see you guys here next week for next week's weekly energy pile reading. Bye, loves.